It's time for another plastic-free July. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Here we are a booktube channel. We also do writing tips, unboxings, and the occasional bonus vlog. It is Plastic-Free July, and for this month I am dedicating my channel to different plastic-free things I have been trying throughout the year, and just to highlight that we need to change and we need to lessen our reliance upon plastic. There are other options out there for us to use, and we need to make the changes. Individuals can't change the world by themselves. Communities can make a much better impact. Ultimately, we need the government and businesses to change their ideas towards plastic use. But if they will not listen to us, we as communities and individuals can make changes. And if enough of us do make these changes, we can change and save our planet. I don't have children, but I don't want this world to die whilst they are in it. If you have children, please try to save this world for them. I will probably be dead before global warming becomes the biggest issue, but we are already seeing changes in the planet, and they are difficult and they are destroying our world. So with that lovely, really negative opening, let's work out how we can stop this plastic problem. And today we're going to do my 6th book review of 2021, and I read How to Give Up Plastic by Will McCallum. Will McCallum works for Greenpeace. He is head of oceans over there, and this book is not to blame anyone. It is literally to give you ideas and tips on how to give up plastic in your own life and what you can do to convince companies to do likewise. It's a really good read. It tells you the facts, and yes, some of them are brutal, but it is the truth and it is something we should be dealing with. I really enjoyed this book. It has in it little tables like this, which you fill in as you go. I haven't filled them in because I want to give this book on to friends and relatives so they can read it also. But it's really sweet. He basically begins the book by telling you what plastic does and giving you the raw facts and numbers about the problems it is causing. It then goes through your home room by room, or also by going outside and what you could do to make it more eco-friendly when you are out and about or when you're at work. And it breaks this down by chapters. So it'll do a chapter on the kitchen and what you can do to change the kitchen to be more plastic free. And it'll go through, if you have a child, the different things you can do to make that child have less of an impact as they're growing up. So things like using reusable nappies and stuff like that. As a woman, I do use Modi Body period knickers instead of pads and tampons. And ultimately it saves me a lot of money. They're more expensive at first, but you pay them off. Honestly, within the first 2-3 months, I've paid those off instantly. And I no longer produce plastic when I have a period, which is a lovely feeling, and they're so comfy, and I don't have to worry about the pad showing and things like that. I have a lot of friends who also use the cups. They're supposed to be really good. I personally don't use the cup only because my work involves working from a van. It's a bit difficult to deal with those problems in a van, whereas the Modi Body knickers, I don't have to think about it as much. It just does what it does, and I change when I get home. Ultimately, I think this is a great step-by-step guide, especially if you are just beginning on a plastic-free journey. It gives you some really good ideas, and they're so easy to implement, and they will ultimately save you money in the long run. They don't to begin with. It does involve an investment, but over time, you will save a lot of money. I did find sometimes it felt a little pushy. It does go into how you can protest, and one of the things it mentions is to do a normal food shop, but then to take all the plastic off the food and dump it back at the shop to say you don't need this. And yes, it's very effective. I personally am just not that forward with it, so I don't think I could do that. But my way of dealing with it is I just don't buy fruit and vegetables from supermarkets. I go to veg shops and I do not put them in a plastic bag, and therefore I'm buying them fresh and I'm buying local, and I'm not getting it wrapped in plastic. Is my way to deal with that personally. But for other people who are far more out there and feel confident to do that, this gives you good ideas. It also tells you how to draft letters to companies. It doesn't tell you how to do, a massive protest in London. You need to be part of an organisation really to get the rights to do something like that. But on a smaller scale, it's really, really helpful and gives you some new ideas. I also like how it doesn't blame individuals. It admits how good plastic is and was when it first came out. it helped us so much. It sped up industries and it was cheaper, and it did save. One of the weird things I've found out is that it did save fuel. So when everything came in glass bottles, it was heavier. So plastic saved fuel. It stopped some of the CO2. But no one thought about what happens to the plastic afterwards, and it's that is causing all the issues now. But there are other types of plastic we can use which are biodegradable, and we just need to encourage companies to use this plastic rather than the original plastics that did revolutionize our lives. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want our lives to be harder, but we do need more environmentally friendly options to go forward. Otherwise, we're going to lose the planet, and with it, us. And no matter how technologically advanced we are as a species, we cannot survive without the environment around us. We need the animals and the plants, and without our help, they cannot survive us. All in all, I would recommend reading this or gifting it to a friend if you want to start a plastic-free journey. I did enjoy it, even though I do a lot of the tips in this book. It did have some that I haven't thought about, and it was just good to see the numbers and the reasons why and how to go further with it. So I recommend it. I would give this book a 10 out of 10 for a non-fiction to give up plastic. I'm not saying that it's, like the best thing you're ever going to read. It's not gripping and it's not a story, but it does give you a good step-by-step guide on how to lessen the plastic impact you have on the world. It's really easy to read. It's very small. It's not going to take you hours. The writing is big and it's honest, which is what I really like about it. It tells you bluntly and honestly what it is. It tells you what it fails at as well, and the things that we are struggling to get rid of plastic for. I recommend it if you want to start your plastic-free journey. I would give this a read. If you have friends who are interested in giving up plastic, but they're not quite sure how to do it, this is a really good way to let them know without you having to, basically tell someone how to do it. You don't want to be the friend who's like nagging your friends to, stop getting that water bottle, just get a reused one. Don't use this, don't do that. If they just say they're interested and you give them this or lend it out, then at least the book is going to tell them how to do it, and then you don't come across as an ass who's just telling people what to do. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. If you'd like to see us since I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram or Tumblr. I post general bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. This month I am dedicating my channel to Plastic Free July. Next month we'll be back to normal, I promise. But if you are interested in giving up plastic or living a more eco-friendly lifestyle, hit that notification bell and I will give you as many tips and many unboxings of products I'm trying to lessen my own impact on the environment. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!